First, I was tied. Then I was stabbed. Oh, just once, and I hardly felt it. Not at all, actually. And they took some blood. I went to the lab to have blood taken today. I did not have anything to eat since 8:15 yesterday evening. So I had to wait until 8:15 this morning to call and try to schedule a mammogram for the day as well. I thought, well, make it a whole day. I finally got to them, the scheduling, and they said they don't have anything until June. So I thought, oh, okay, I'll take it. Hung up and made my way over to get my blood taken so I could have something to eat. Had to wait just a little bit. Had the blood taken. Went to Panera Bread, which in St. Louis is called St. Louis Bread Company because that's where the head office is. I had a coffee and a cinnamon pecan twist or something. And there was this guy sitting outside the door with a big backpack, and he was sitting there with his head down, very sunburned. I mean, he'd been out in the weather, you could tell. Young guy. He claims to be 36. I talked to him, of course. His name's Jared. He had sparkly white-blue eyes. They were kind of weird color eyes. Like a star child or something. And he looked like he'd been out picking things in the field for months. He just looked so rugged. Poor thing. And I said, well, how did you get this way to what you're doing right now? He said in 2013 he was attacked. He was living in a certain area, not too far from there. He said he was attacked and he just wasn't the same. He had like a speech impediment, so he probably couldn't hold a job. I don't know how smart he was, or maybe he just has street smarts. I don't know. He seemed kind enough. And I said, he has a sign that says, help me. And I said, well, what could one do to help you? And he says, well, I would mind a cup of coffee. I said, okay, what kind do you want? I said, do you want milk in it? Sweetener or anything? No, just coffee. I said, okay. So when I bought my coffee, I bought him one as well. Now, I don't know if he does this all day or if he makes money or what. I have no idea. But he seemed nice and he seemed ashamed when he talked to me. His head was down and he didn't even look at me, hardly. Of course, I don't really look at people either, because I just don't, you know. The camera, you're seeing me look at you, but if you were a real person there, I wouldn't be looking at you, because I just don't. I hope it was a good thing that I did. I don't normally do that kind of thing. I just felt the need to talk to this guy. It's close to Easter, a religious holiday, and so many people don't even talk to the homeless. They don't even talk to them and see. Because sometimes you can say, well, what do you need? What can someone do for you? Not me, but I mean, what can someone do for you? I may not have the means, but somebody might. You know, talk to them. They're human beings, for God's sakes. You know, if they're on drugs or something, that's one thing. And this kid didn't seem to be on drugs. Now, maybe he does drugs, but he didn't seem to be controlled by drugs. He said he lost his job hauling trash. And that's, I mean, you know, there's nothing wrong with that job. It's just that you don't have to be a scholar to haul trash. So maybe he's not too bright. Maybe he has learning disability. Like Southern California lady person commented, you don't know what someone has going on with them. That's true, you don't. And that's why I stopped and talked to this guy. I've had plenty of weirdos come up to me and tell me about the aliens implanting stuff in their skin. I just thought I'd wondered why this kid who the same age as my son Scott why, you know? I know California is full of people, and a lot of homeless people, and a lot of people come out here for the weather, a lot of people come out here wanting to be a movie star, finding out that it's all just a big fabrication, and it's who you know and what you're willing to do and all that other stuff. And they get stuck and they can't go back. My Swedish great-grandparents had come over to this country to visit some cousins, and they spent all the money they had, and they were stuck and couldn't go back. But they made the best of it. They found jobs, and they were able to do well for themselves. Maybe there aren't any jobs here. I don't know. I mean, that was a long time ago, in the early 1900s. My great-grandparents, and this is 2023, and California, where everything is image. It's all plastic and image. Very rarely do you actually meet real people. It's really nice when you do meet real people. I met a real lady waiting to have my blood drawn. She seemed very nice. She was older than me, I think. Older than I. But we talked for about 5 or 10 minutes. And she was really nice. There are nice people out and about. And sometimes you just have to open your mind and open your heart. Now, don't let your guard down, but open your mind and your heart. Speaking of, on Facebook, I became a follower of this famous singer-comedian guy. At least I thought I did. And this entity wrote me back with a pseudonym. He says, "This is the name I go by when I talk to my fans." He says, "Give me your email and give me your Gmail," is what he asked for. "Give me your Gmail and we can talk, because I talk to my fans with email." And I thought about it for a while, and I thought, that doesn't sound right. Knowing this person's character, they would have had someone to say, write to him at this address, or his fan club, or whatever. And then all of a sudden I get this message from some guy, supposedly in Turkey, he knows English, but not very well. And he sends me his personal message, "I want to be your friend, I want to be your friend." And one of his friends was someone I know. Don't let that fool you either. I said, "How do you know so-and-so?" "Oh, she's an actress, I've seen her movies." Well, she is an actress, and she has been in movies, so I thought, okay, I accepted him as a friend, and then all of a sudden, "Hi, how are you doing? Oh, you're so pretty," and blah, 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 and I'm like, oh no, not again. People want something from you, and they do all this crapola to get stuff from you, or your information, or your identity. So I stopped talking. I said, "I'm sorry, we tried contacting me yesterday, and I was at the doctor's. I'm at the doctor's for a few hours." He said, "Why are you treating me this way? Broken heart, broken heart, broken heart." And I'm thinking, you don't even know me. So, unfriended, blocked. And as soon as I did that, the famous guy's profile disappeared too. So be careful, especially ladies. I don't know, maybe it happens to guys too. That's really, really annoying. You know, you get older and some of your friends and relatives die off and you become more lonely and more lonely. And they target that. I'm not really lonely. I know a lot of people. Not well, and I don't have friends to go out and have coffee with, but sometimes that bothers me. But someone from Turkey saying, oh my darling," I can't go out and have coffee with him. I'm not interested in that, so sorry, Charlie. I don't even remember what his name was. I remember the last name because it's an Italian word for island. But, kitty cat, I got him a treat. He's been licking his paws ever since. He's going to go take his nap. It is 1:24 in the afternoon I'm going to try to get my stuff together, put the trash out, and maybe make the shelves. It's 3:45, even though it's late in the afternoon. I got my trash out already, and I stopped by Desert Industries, which is like a Goodwill run by the Mormons. Got myself a tankard to hang from my belt when I go to the Renaissance Festival. And there's a hole in my glass. Mein Glas hat ein Loch. It's a German song by Dorfrockers, where they're saying them. I didn't drink that much. My glass must have a hole in it. And then I also got 2 of these things. These things here that can hold paperwork or magazines or whatever. And what I'm doing is this part on the bottom, the lower end here, I'm cutting with my little hand tool thingy. This thing. I cut along here so that it'll be open so I can slide the paperwork and books in. Right now it won't fit because it's too long, but I'm doing that, and then I'll get to work on the shelves, I think. It worked. Now I just have to take my box knife and trim all the little rough parts off, and we'll have one leaflet, pamphlet, book holder thing for my pull-out pantry. Ta-da! The very bottom, I put wheels on, and yeah, then the screws are a little too long. I think it'll work, but there's going to be another board very close to this one. This is not going to be had anything on. I might even just be able to cover this with little pieces of wood or something. So, I don't know if you could hear that. Brian sneezed in the other room. I've decided to cover the screws sticking out with some of this foam clay. This stuff is great. It's like marshmallows that are not sticky to your hands. I'm going to take off a little bit like that, roll it in a ball, kind of place it on the pointy part. Make sure none of the pointy parts are sticking up. And in a couple days this will dry. My supervisor's come to check the things out, haven't you? Looks like food. Nope, it's not food, sorry. It's 8 o'clock. Did I get any further than putting the wheels on the bottom shelf? No. I had some corn chips with cheese and salsa. I've just been sitting here, and I was first looking at my phone for messages and looking at videos and stuff, and lost track of time, and I'm tired. I think I'm going to go to bed. Maybe I can get up bright and early. Since I know I don't have to go anywhere or go to the doctor or anything else tomorrow. Tomorrow Ash is home, so I don't have to watch Little Man, and I can try to finish up here. We'll get the pantry done, and we'll vacuum and clean and sort and put the stuff away. Then I'll be a happy camper for the weekend. My little kitty man is sleeping here. Yeah, little kitty man, he's sleeping. Little kitty man is sleeping. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I know. Mama's gonna go night night, and you can get into bed and lay next to mommy in the nice warm blankie. Yeah. Oh. Cuckoo clock says 8 o'clock. I know it seems kind of weird. It seems kind of early to go to bed. I'll probably watch a little bit more, catch up on some YouTube viewing, and then go to bed. Wow, what an exciting day, huh? What did I do today? Oh, I had my blood drawn. And I stopped and got the little things to put on my shelf, the little plastic jobbies. These jobs. Put wheels on the bottom shelf. I played outside for a little bit with the little guy. Brian was home, but the little man and I were out playing, learning about his sand and his sandbox and stuff like that. Oh, I'm tired. Oh. Catch up on some YouTube viewing, maybe a little porn watching, and what? I'm old, but I'm not dead yet. Bye. See you tomorrow. Upward and onward.